This is the AWE EU Spotlight, and today I'm talking with Cyril Tuschi of SyncReality. Cyril, it's so nice to talk with you.
Yeah, awesome to be there at AWE.
Can you tell us a little bit about SyncReality and the kinds of things that you'll be up to at AWE EU in Lisbon this October?
Sure. My background is a filmmaker background, and I fell in love 7 years ago in Hong Kong with VR. We built then like a multi-sensory multiplayer platform like The Void or Dreamscape. That was beautiful, but expensive, hard to scale, and really beautiful, but really expensive. Out of this experience, we came to develop SyncReality, which is a developer tool. And this tool enables all the content, XR, AR, VR, that the content adapts to the space of the end user. So in your living room, meditation app or productivity app or a game will adapt to your living room or to mine or to anybody else's.
Can you describe a little bit about what you mean when you talk about that the content is adaptive to different rooms and areas?
Well, for this, especially for this AW in Europe, we will launch our alpha release. It's very good timing because all the talks about metaverse or spatial computing or interoperability, we will answer a big need because the big companies make a pavement and we give the cool tools. Google, Apple, and Meta, they don't create the tools for the designers. And so we go into this niche and to enable the creators to create content which is kind of elastic. Mm-hmm. We don't differentiate between AR, VR. It adapts to any room and even includes all the stuff you run against, like the table or the wall, as game objects for the end user.
There's a couple of things that I love that I'm hearing from you. One, you built some VR experiences and the designing and building experience was so poor, you decided to start a company to fix that problem. So bravo there. And then I love this idea that within the SyncReality platform, three-dimensional real-world objects become digital objects that you can interact with in your XR experience as well as in your 3D real-world experience. So excited to see that launch. And cool that you're bringing that to AWE as your platform to do that. Thank you.
We picked Lisbon and also AWE to show this. We have a booth there, and the booth we will rebuild a student dorm, comfy student dorm with refrigerator, sofa, etc. on the fairground to invite people to be comfy there, but also to have a digital double of this real world set. Mm-hmm. And in the digital double, you can test the game or you can test the demo of the software. We have a piano there and we'll invite friends and musicians and have a big party.
This sounds amazing. You have a real world environment that you built into your expo booth, and people will be able to get hands on with this early launch of the SyncReality platform at AWE in a real world setting, not just that conference booth experience.
Exactly. Cool. That's the aim. That's the vision.
What's so special about this audience? Or why would you want to come here to launch your product?
2 years ago, the first time in AW in Santa Clara. I love the condensed atmosphere of nerds at panel talks. It's a show of nerds for nerds, and some industry people are going through those floors. And this atmosphere is really unique. And so I was 2 years in America, and now we believe that it can be a big boost to have a bridge, a creative bridge from the States to Europe, and to boost also the European XR scene with that.
So glad to hear that you've been coming back year over year and excited to launch this new product with us in October in Lisbon, Portugal. Are you bringing anything with you that you're hoping to learn more about?
Well, my question always, and since I'm doing XR, is how can we solve this chicken and egg thing? Yeah, mostly people say you're too early, you're too late, and I want to share knowledge or want to learn from others how they do this, how we can get out of this niche and create stuff which is responsible and energetic for a mass market, and how we can do it without hurting ourselves or without being too late or without being too early. Since we do something for spatial computing, I know it's super important to give also the end user data sovereignty, saying that the end user can opt in whatever it is and not be forced to opt out, because everything will be scanned in your flat. Mm-hmm. And I think it even in every big hardware company should put in their flags that they will save and cherish the data sovereignty of the end user. And it's nothing where they will lose money, but the opposite. This, I think, This I think is important to have also guidelines, yeah, that people are safe in those spaces. Of course, invite people to our booth and have a dialogue about what we are doing, because we want to learn what people will think of it, because it will be our premiere. And we don't do like an app for kind of like renting a scooter or something, or a banking app. So it is something totally new. And for this onboarding, we need to meet people. They have to test it. So it's nothing you can have in a video or in a presentation. People have to test how it is, that content is really adapting, and that people still feel safe.
In so many of these cases, from the simplest applications of AR to these fully immersive VR experiences, you really cannot imagine what that experience is like, how you will feel in it, the superpowers that you quickly can acquire until you get hands-on with it. And that's why we love it when people really bring these immersive experiences to life on the expo floor. Cyril, as we wrap up here, any last call to action for the AWE community?
Well, I would love to invite people to our booth. It's 213. Have a beer, test our game, sign up for alpha release. There's a launch of everything, to be honest, when we come to Lisbon.
Cyril Tuschi, it's so great to talk with you and learn about all the things that you're bringing to AWE EU, October 20 and 21 in Lisbon, Portugal. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.